Hey everyone! Welcome back to my YouTube channel. It's Angelica here. If you're new, then come in, have a seat, have several seats. And if you're not new, thank you for having me once again all up on your screen. So in this video I'm going to be discussing whether or not your university matters. This is something that have been asked a few times, so I'm going to try and tackle this. I have, however, tackled this on my website already, so if you want more of a quantitative analysis on this question, then check my website out. This is part 1 of the video. Probably should say this in advance. I'm so sorry guys, for some reason I just kept on looking over there. I don't know what I was looking for, like what am I? It's literally a wall. Like, why do I keep looking there? So I hope that doesn't get on your nerves way too much that I keep looking. I won't do it again, okay? Okay. So there are a variety of things to consider when you're choosing universities. That question itself is way too binary. Does your university matter? Yes or no? Well, it depends. It depends on what you see yourself doing in the future, what you're going to university for, and what you'd like to remember your university experience for. It's not a yes or no thing, it depends on you. But for me personally, I felt like my university definitely mattered. LSE for the social science aspect of it, given that it is the best in the UK. Some people would say in the world, but usually Harvard is #1 and LSE is #2. So I can't make that claim right now, but LSE is very good for what it does, and I see myself in the future as some type of leader in my own respect, and I really believe that everything I've done at LSE, just the whole line of economics and political science, I really believe that's going to align well with where I am in the future. So I just wanted to essentially explain like what you should be considering if you are thinking of choosing universities. If you're choosing between top universities, what do you consider? So these will include the career prospect. You know, some of y'all like to have a job after graduating, so we're going to speak about that. We're also going to speak about the social aspect of things and the academic aspect, and other little considerations which you might think are important. So I'm going to start with the careers, because you know your girl is a corporate bang out, so I will start off with careers. Personally, I didn't come to LSE for the careers aspect, but it was kind of a bonus for me, you know. LSE graduates are the highest paid out of all the other universities in the UK. A lot of people don't know this until they find out. Like, it's not like a common, well-known fact if you're not in the circle. And one thing I wanted to say is that a lot of people don't know about LSE until they need to know. I've kind of clocked that. Like, it's a bit funny when like my own viewers ask me, oh, but what uni do you go? I'm like, how do you not know what uni I go? And I'm like, LSE. And they're like, what's LSE? Well, I've seen it all, haven't I? Like, well, like, where do I go from here? LSE, it definitely has a stellar reputation, but that is among those who need to know. I feel like randomers don't really know about LSE, whereas for other universities, like if I say like University of Manchester, Birmingham, Cambridge, people will know. But that's the thing about LSE, like it's known for what it does by who needs to know. So that's something to bear in mind. Yeah, LSE graduates earn the highest out of all the other UK graduates. We have the highest amount of billionaires in the UK, so you know who about to follow in that footstep. Y'all. Now, as a student in LSE who does internships at the top investment banks, top law firms, top political spaces, my friends can also attest to this. Whenever I go to an internship, for instance, there have been internships where I've gone to where there have been 20 students selected and 8, 9, 10 are from LSE. Like 20 students out of the whole UK. Ask me why there are 9 LSE students in the room, and then the other 11 will be from Oxford, Birmingham, Manchester, Southampton, but LSE students are almost half of the room. And LSE is a small university as well, so I think it's crazy that we're dominating the elite industries like at the rate we're doing. Some universities complain, like some of my friends at other universities say it's annoying because they get intimidated, but it's nothing to be intimidated of. Like, I don't think employers see LSE and then they take, oh, she goes to LSE, let her in. I think it's more the kind of person it takes to get into LSE in the first place. We all are driven, we all are high achievers. There is always like there's always an LSE student doing an internship. There's always a group of LSE students doing an internship at the top firms. I think that LSE gives us advantages in the sense that going to university in general, going to top universities, what is considered a top university, I think this is not, again, it's not absolute. Some people refer to roster groups as top universities, but some other universities that aren't roster groups are also top universities, like for instance Bath University, that's very good I think for chemical engineering. York, there are some subjects, like in fact if you want to go into arts, like University of the Arts London, Goldsmiths, so many other universities are great for their niche. People give you the benefit of the doubt. If anything, it's not necessarily about looking at your CV and marking it as, yeah, this person is good enough. It's more like they don't have to question your intelligence. You've probably done something right. Now, it's a different argument, it's a different debate as to whether or not this is a right assumption to make. I think it can be harmful to assume that everyone at a top university is super intelligent, but that's something that if you don't go to a top university, yes, you still have a chance. There are students that have gone to Coventry, Kent, still coming into these internships. Universities themselves will write articles and be like, oh my god, this is our first ever student to get an offer from a Magic Circle law firm. I think that shows a lot. You kind of have to take more into your own hands to go for the opportunities if you're not at a top university. However, if you are at a top university, you have that benefit of, some people would call it peer pressure. It is pressure when your age mates are making moves and you can't just be lying in bed like watching their snaps and they're literally closing deals. Okay, not literally, because you're an analyst, like you're a summer analyst, in fact, not even an analyst. Which deal are you closing? But like they get in the insight and like they are in the elite industries in that sense. So what it basically means is you essentially get that kick up the backside and you don't really want to slack because your environment is not slacking. So I think you definitely get that benefit at top university, whereas if you weren't at a top university, some people might have different priorities. This is not to say they are wrong priorities, but if you're trying to go into a specific industry, you might not feel exactly supported because your career service might not have as much connections and alumni. In LSE, for instance, we literally have these things called meet an alum. You literally go and meet someone who owns a venture capital, who's an investment banker, who's a journalist, who's worked in the UN, someone who's a CEO, so many random industries. We get to meet people who have gone to LSE, and LSE, I think they've got like very good connections with alumni. That's why they're able to have these programs. I've gone to events run by JP Morgan, run by Goldman Sachs, just for LSE students. Like, hey, we want to hold LSE students, come and have a dinner, meet people who went to LSE before and are now working here. Network. Like, you don't really get those opportunities that much at non-top universities. You also have this thing called targeting. Some firms do it, some firms are against it. Basically, target universities. Firms have their own campus teams for specific universities, and they visit these universities. They make it a point to visit these universities every application season. They run presentations, they get the alumni to go there. I'm going to be working in an investment bank this summer, and I've been given a mentor from the investment bank who went to LSE. They messaged me the other day, they're like, hey, I'm your mentor, I'm one of your mentors. I will have multiple mentors, but I'm one of the people who are in the LSE campus team. Just reaching out, I was once in your position, do you want to have a coffee, let's talk. That is something that I don't take for granted at all. The fact that I am almost kind of expected to go into a high profile, well-respected industry. So that's something about the career service here at LSE. It's stellar, it's actually really good, and that is not the main reason I chose LSE. I have a fundamental distrust of anybody who has tunnel vision. I have never ever rated that in my life. I think by virtue of my personality, I am an open-minded person, so for me, like, I never had tunnel vision about university. I just thought, oh, let me just get into the top university. Anything worth doing is worth doing well. So if I get to top university, I've done well. I think also by virtue of my background, like, the very fact that getting to top university itself is a big deal. Going uni at all is a big deal. It's about the environment. So if you're trying to get into an environment of excellence, that's a different thing from getting to a particular university. There is no one university that has a hegemony on reputation anymore. So you definitely need to make sure that you're balancing multiple considerations at the same time, because coming to LSE, yeah, we have good career service, but you might feel the pressure, like you might feel like it's too much. You just want to go to uni just to enjoy your uni experience, and there's nothing wrong with that. So definitely make sure you don't like have tunnel vision. So yeah, that's a little bit like about the careers. I'm gonna end the video here because I don't want it to be way too long, and I don't want to edit this video excessively. Thank you so much for watching this video. Connect with me on my other social media channels. I'll see you in my next video. Bye.